Alright guys, so if you guys didn't know, Adam is coming out here to Colorado for the drift event that I'm holding this weekend, which is 15th, 16th, and this is his car. So this is a 1989 Nissan 240SX S13 Coupe, and you might be saying, man, that thing kind of looks familiar, and that's probably because it is. So this is another guy on YouTube, Caleb Quanbeck. This was actually his car, and he actually gave it away twice. He gave it away once. The guy ended up driving for a little bit, sold it to another guy, and then he ended up buying it back, doing like a little refresh on it, repainted it, threw like a new kit on it, and then basically did another giveaway on it again, just because he was, his girlfriend got pregnant, and congratulations to them. They have a little baby now. But yeah. So this car is already caged. It does have a 1JZ VVTi swapped in it, a R154 transmission. It's got some conic wheels, PBM angle and coilovers, and 5-lug. In the rear, it has a like a fuel cell, surge tank, all that type of stuff, and in a all the body kit, obviously. So yeah, it's definitely a drift car. It's been drifted. It's not like super crazy clean or anything like that, but I think for what Adam is going to do with it this weekend, he's just going to freaking thrash this thing and kind of consider it like a seat time car. So I guess I don't think it's been washed in a long time. The side skirt was kind of loose, so I just went ahead and pulled it off. But yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, this has some NRG seats. I think we have another Sparco seat we're going to throw in it. NRG hub, super simple switch panel, all that type of stuff in there. Fire extinguisher, little firewall in the back. But yeah, I'll go ahead, pop the hood, show you this guy. So yeah, 1J VVTi. 100% stock. I think it might have some drift motion, or I think drift motion did rebuild the turbo or something like that, supposedly. It still has the factory blow-off valve on the factory J-pipe, and that kind of does some really weird stuff on these. It kind of gives it like a torque curve of like a Toyota Camry, and makes it kind of feel slow. So I drove it down the street. It's hitting about 9 pounds of boost, and it feels kind of sluggish, but it has been sitting for quite a while. You can see it does have a front mount intercooler. It has a oil cooler and a radiator with some pretty decent sized fans on it, kind of leaned forward. Obviously, like, probably need to change the air filter and everything on it, but we are going to be doing a lot of little maintenance and refreshing and kind of cleaning up of this whole thing, and probably delete the blow-off valve on it entirely to get rid of that like really lame torque curve. It's kind of like an electronic controlled blow-off valve, and it basically bleeds off boost and doesn't let these things make a lot of power. So how these things are, one of the ones that I had like 3 or 4 years ago, literally you could rev it and it would make 10 pounds of boost. Like, you just rev it and it goes like crazy. So yeah, they're really rowdy when you delete those blow-off valves, and then you space out the wastegate, put a little bit more tension on it, and then turn up the boost. So we'll probably turn this one to about 1 bar boost, about 15 pounds, and again, do a bunch of other little stuff. So this is going to be the first time it's actually going to be on the lift, and I'm going to have a chance to kind of go over the bottom of it, nut and bolt it. He's ordering different wheels, getting some different tires. We're doing the seat, change all the fluids and everything in it, and just basically make sure that it's ready for this weekend. He does have a livery I think he's going to be shipping out here, and you guys might see that from the end of the video. But kind of spice it up a little bit, make it more so his than just this blue thing. But overall, it's decently presentable, and I know he's going to drive this thing freaking like a maniac. So I'm excited to drive with him. It's been, I think, 2 years since he's been out here to Colorado, and I've been with him on his FD team and everything, and I get to watch him drive, but I don't actually get to drive with him. But yeah, throw it on the lift and check it out. All right, so it's got the blue intercooler mod on it. I think that means it makes it a little bit colder. I think this is the power steering cooler, which is good to have a nice big power steering cooler on there. But yeah, so there's a couple little things kind of looking at. You definitely a little bit. So here in Colorado, we don't really have any like rust or any oxidation stuff that kind of happens. As you can see, this one kind of Kind of has a little bit of that. You can see it rubs on the PBM arms right there. Just because the 18s, I think Adam is ordering some 17s for it. The front coilovers, the PBMs look like they're kind of weeping a little bit, like they got a little bit of grime on them. So in the Heims on them right there look kind of gross, but we'll probably spray those with some WD-40, kind of get them soaking. This oil drain right there, that's like a radiator hose. Oh, it's like all squishy because it's like not, I don't think it's like meant for oil, so we'll have to swap out that hose. I mean the exhaust and stuff on it, it's you know, just some MIG welded stuff. It's not I guess it's not terrible for what it is, but yeah, kind of like exhaust shop like style bends on it. But yeah, diff in the back, I think that's just a regular S13 diff, obviously welded. Has some battle version arms on the back, but these ones look kind of bent. I'm not sure if they're meant to be like that, or maybe if it compressed all the way and like hit right there and kind of bent them. But this side's like that too. So I'll probably have him order some other toe arms for the back. You can see it has the fuel cell and everything all caged back here, which this is actually, you know, pretty decent. Fuel cell seems enclosed and fairly safe in that aspect. It's got 255 tires on it. Obviously the car doesn't have like real quarter panels or anything on it, it's just the fiberglass stuff. But yeah, so just have them order some spare part stuff, get all that stuff here this week. It looks like the rear lower control arms got some new bushings, some ball joints and stuff in them. Probably have to get a spare set of axles, but yeah, it's got the R154 in it. It's the older style R154, not the tripod. This is like the one out of like a Mark III Supra with like a 1J bell housing on it. It looks like a stock clutch. I did pull off these little inspection covers, so it does look like a stock clutch in there. But yeah, you can just see all the stuff kind of has like a little bit of oxidation. I think these are those cheaper mounts, like the $120 some eBay mounts with like the stock KA style engine mounts, like the insulators. But yeah, these are like some, I don't know what knuckles these are. They look like they're maybe PBMs, like first gen PBMs from a long time ago. But yeah, these PBM arms and stuff. What else? The fan setup looks, you know, I'm not sure. I think those are Taurus fans maybe. But yeah, I already started kind of cleaning off the oil pan. I blasted it with some brake cleaner and gave it a wipe. It does have a oil filter like sandwich plate for the oil cooler, and I already blasted that with some brake cleaner. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything kind of wiped off. I think I know how Adam is, and he's really picky about stuff. So I think that, you know, if he were actually going to keep this car like long term, he'd probably want to like actually pull out the engine, you know, probably do like a gasket reseal, refresh on everything, kind of clean up the bay, and go from there. But it does have a welded on bash bar in the front, where you could see it actually has kind of a jack point right there. And then the oil filter, or the air, I guess that is an oil filter, but the air filter definitely needs cleaning, or actually I'll just buy a new one and throw it on there. Maybe put a little shield in it when we kind of delete the J-pipe, so if it does rain, it's not flicking a bunch of water and stuff up there. We can maybe kind of build like a little enclosure in it. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a you know, a reliable car. These things, they just run like 1J VVTIs and R154 and S chassis. Like freaking, this thing is just, it's been thrashed on for a couple years, and I think it'll continue to be thrashed on. So again, double check change all the fluids and everything. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to kind of show you guys before on the bottom of it before we get too far into it. Yeah, I definitely think it's a stock clutch. I know for sure the pressure plate is stock, but what a lot of people will do is actually throw like a new disc in it. They'll throw like an ACT like 6-puck disc, because the factory pressure plate actually has a decent amount of clamping force on it. So they'll get rid of the OEM organic one and just use that pressure plate. So I think that's what they might have did. I couldn't really see if it was a different one in there. Like I couldn't see if it was like a 6-puck, just because how far kind of it was sunk in there. But yeah, it's nice that it has an R154. But yeah, definitely gonna have to clean up some things, and I think he's gonna order some spare Heims and make sure that, you know, everything, have some spare parts for everything. So I'm gonna, I guess, get double checking everything on it, wobbling everything, and go from there. Alright guys, so today is maintenance day for Adam's car. Got a lot of fluids and spark plugs and all the things and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and throw it back up on the lift. And this is how you start this thing if you ever want to steal it. Bam, bam, bam. It works. All right, so we encountered, I think, our first major issue. So in order to get the oil filter off,
lifetime oil filter.
It has, this one is equipped with a lifetime oil filter. You can't.
So you know what that means?
You can't.
They haven't changed this oil since the giveaway, or the filter at least.
Or how? Yeah, I mean, however long ago that was, or it's 2016 when they put it together. I mean, maybe if we just unbolt the motor mount right there, the engine mount, and then use the little jack thing to jack it up, give it a little space. I think
that's kind of crappy though. Like every time you change the filter.
Well, I mean, it's a JZ, so you only have to change it once a year, supposedly. So I think that's what we're gonna have to do. All right, what's the update, Blake? What's going on?
Well, it's a 240, dude.
You like 240s?
No.
Dave?
Put it in, Blake. It is.
Dave, you don't know how to put, Blake, you don't know how to put it in or what? Jeez. All right, Dave, what do you think of this thing?
I mean, I don't know.
You want to take it apart?
You know how like there's those beams that I wouldn't even like where your friend pops a hood and he just disassembles that bitch for the scrapyard.
That's what you do to this thing. Well, Adam, Dave wants to take apart your car. I think he actually is though. He's taking it. So we're swapping out the coolant. Did you guys get the oil filter back on?
No.
So in order to get the oil filter off, they loosened the driver's side motor mount and actually jacked it up with this little A-frame thing.
Center of the engine.
Oh, is it? Oh, it doesn't look level anymore.
It's more level than
it's more level than it was, but I think they had it like that so that they could do the.
It has rubber. It has the stock.
Yeah, like the stock 240 mounts in it. These are like those $120 shipped eBay mounts. What's this?
This is nice because you're like, I got a whole team out here.
It's copyrighted, so.
No, it's like 15 cents.
We do got the team, but yeah. So these guys are messing with this. We're playing with Hondas over here, but you guys already seen that. We're gonna get this thing ready. All right, so Blake's over here changing the spark plug. He's got the coolant all bled, got the oil and everything changed in the engine, the filter. We got the fluid in the diff, all that stuff in there, and he was getting ready to change the spark plugs, and it looks like a freaking squirrel was down here building a nest or something like that. So yeah, you can see these things, probably clean those up a little bit, and I think the bolts weren't even really tight to it, so we'll have to figure that out. I'll probably run a tap down in there, clean up the threads, and make sure that this thing's freaking. All right, so messing with Adam's car again, and got this new AM filter on there with the little pre-filter. These filters have an extra little thing on the front that I like because it's not just blocked off, so you actually get a little bit of airflow through there too, which just makes sense. And then, but it looks like this thing was like eating freaking dirt. Like it is freaking bad. Like
No wonder that's
really, like it looks like mud went through there. But yeah, this is the old filter. I mean, just freaking disgusting. I mean, it was like right here in front of the thing. So we're gonna kind of clean that out a little bit, and already threw new spark plugs in it. We just got some red line for the transmission, and this thing is gonna have all fresh fluids, and hopefully she's freaking.
Might change the diff.
Hopefully she's good. What's up, guys? So today's the day. Freaking, actually, this is Friday. So I am currently strolling up to the airport to pick up Adam. And we're gonna go rip around real quick, get him some freaking Starbucks because he's like addicted to that stuff. And then we're gonna go look at a car real quick, and then we're gonna go back to the shop and start prepping his car a little bit for the rest of the event. So this is stressful, super stressful, but I think this is gonna work.
You might want to jack it up before you pull the wheels off, though, Tyler.
Adam out here spinning.
It was fall as you jack it out. It just go boom.
Wait, did you actually take all the lugs off?
Yeah, this is not lugs off.
And it's not, you didn't jack it, Ty.
He said pull the wheels, and I said pull the wheels. You haven't been 4 hours of sleep all week, kid.
Wait, did you really?
Yeah, it's literally all that.
No, there's still one on there. He's just joking.
No, they're all off.
Oh, he just forgot that one. Oh. There actually is one still on there.
Oh, I actually literally did not even see that one.
Oh, that's
jeez, man.
All off, yeah.
I guess, Adam, so first thoughts, what do you think of the car?
It's about what I expected.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I know like what this car's been through and stuff, so
It's been through a lot. I'm just stoked to see what you put it through.
I'm stoked to beat the crap out of it. I don't know who's coming out to your event, but there's stuff's about to get totaled.
Hope people are ready to get their doors
Yeah, so pretty much the only other thing I think we need to do to this thing is we're going to delete the blow-off valve and then turn up the boost and then put some fresh fuel in it.
Yep.
And then you're going to do the vinyl on this other side. Dave is mounting some wheels. He got some CR Kai and stuff on that. There's some CR Kais. Like I said, this is like the first freaking missile car. Like instead of like ordering, I don't even know what you should order for like a missile car, but you're like, oh, I'm going to order some CR Kai. I'll just order some works.
Yeah.
First thing.
Come on, dude. I got it.
But
the car's junk, so the wheels got it.
you gotta do.
Oh, you can't,
hold on.
You have to go.
First shakedown. Adam drives so good when he doesn't care. He's just like.
That was tight.
I can't believe it was literally. It was right there. That's freaking the tire mark. If my stupid light would turn on. Look at that. He cleaned the edge of the trailer with the back tire. Holy crap, that guy's freaking nuts. Alright, load it up.
It's fine, isn't it?
It's
load it up?
fine. Yeah, go. We need to go to bed.